Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, Kilos and Cosplay. My name is Sydney, and today we have another wonderful anime monthly figure haul. And I also want to include a little bit of art into this one from, there's a certain artist that I found that I want to talk about, because she has some really cool pieces that I think you guys would really be interested in too, if you like tatted anime men. I think you'd be very interested. So I'm gonna throw that in at the end. I'd be more than willing to do like a whole separate like kind of like art sticker haul, or just even like a room tour or anything, if you guys would be interested in that. My room has just become an entire weeb just cave at this point. So if you're interested in that, I would definitely be down to do that. But just let me know. So enough chatting about all that, let's go ahead and get into it. Is the month of June's haul of all I got, all the wonderful little figures I got. I can't wait to talk about them. It's kind of a bigger haul. I don't know if things are gonna slow down, but I need to settle down, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so a lot of these figures are coming pre-owned. I think only a few I got new, but most of them are pre-owned. And first we are going to start off with one of my personal waifus. She was one of the first ones that I really started to like when I got into anime, and I feel like just a lot of other people's kind of starter waifus. And we have a Lady Tsunade. Look how cute! She is from Naruto, obviously. And this was the Naruto Gals kind of line. I have another one, and I have Tamari, but she's up there vibing. But I do really like their little line. I do have a few more coming from that. But somebody had this for like $95 on my figure collection, and I was been looking for her. I'm like, sure, why not? She is produced by Mega House, and I don't know if she is an actual scale or if she's kind of like a non-scale one, because I can't find the direct like 1/6, 1/7 anything, so she might not be. And she's kind of small, but I adore her. This is like my favorite little outfit. I think they do a good job on her assets, and I love the bases of them. They have like the little like Naruto logo, and then whatever village they're from, they have like their kind of little, would it be a crest? I don't know, but whatever that is. Her little nails are painted red, and it's super cute. I love the details. I think they did so like much justice to her, and her face is super like cute, very on point. And I love that they have her jacket just kind of dangling out of her hand, so you can kind of like choose if you want her to have it or not, and just kind of like sits in her hand. If I can put back kind of like this little grip. I kind of wish it like sat a little better, but it's whatever. And I just think this is awesome. I think this is such a good pose for her, and I love that they have her necklace and everything. I think for just kind of like, I believe she's a non-scale figure. I could very well be wrong. They did a lot of details, like, and again, for what I paid, and I think even like the original price, it's not too bad. So she's a cute little one to add to the collection, and she is a strong waifu. I love all the strong women, so this makes me happy. Next figure I have, I actually also got a pre-owned from Ami Ami. I believe it was A and then B condition for the box, but when I got her, I don't even think she was opened or anything. Like, seemed very brand new. And this is a, I do not know what the series she's really from, but I just thought she looked super cute, and she is a thick queen. And her name is Yumi, and here she is. She is a 1/7 scale bikini style from Wave. Wave is also where I got one of my Rias ones. I really like their bikini style ones. They're super easy to put together. It's just kind of like one little peg in the foot. This base is so cool. It actually like has like a bit of a texture, and it looks like sand. I think that's like a perfect touch to add something interesting to the base without having to do too much. So I wish more people would take into consideration that, other than just having plain bases, especially if they're going to do a bikini style. She does have this little paint mark that I didn't notice before, but I'm gonna see if I can get that off. But oh my goodness, I could not pass up how cute she was. Like, I love a purple haired girl. This bikini color is super cute. She looks like a cast off, but she's not, and I just kind of love that. Like this, she just looks adorable and just like thick in every aspect. I mean, come on. Like this just here sold me. The little hat is just precious. It has such cute little detailing to it. I think her face looks super, super sweet, and her skin's really soft. Like, they did such details, and I like that she may be a very asset-filled queen, but I feel like they did such a good job on her body. Like, it's kind of like still have like a bit of like a soft tummy. I don't know, it's super cute. They do a really good job on like the feet and everything too. And this little bandana around her leg is just so precious. The hat is the only cast off part, which I really like. I was wondering how they were going to make it stay, but it has a little magnet in it. Like, how cool is that? So you can either display her without her hat, but I think the hat really adds to it and it just pops right on. Face put, super cute. She is just absolutely adorable. Like, I've been starting to kind of get into more like characters that I don't know just because of how they look, which is a dangerous game. But I figure if I can get them pre-owned and get them a little cheaper, then what's the harm? And to me, like, getting some of the characters kind of gives me an excuse to start finding out about the games or the animes that they are from. So, and sometimes I get into ones that I wasn't expecting to get into because of the figures, and like, I just really cannot get over all of her little details. She is just beautiful, chef's kiss. Get this thick queen if you can. Alright, so my allergies have just been destroying me, so ignore that. If I start sounding congested or my eyes look watery, it's allergies, I promise I'm fine. But the next figure, I'm so excited. I actually did get this one regular retail price on Right Stuff. They randomly had her back in stock, and I could not pass it up because she's one that I've been seeking out, and I seek out any figures of her that I can because she is one of my #1 waifus, and that is this beautiful my figure in her little kimono. She is a 1/7 scale, and she is produced by Aniplex and Wing, or I should say manufactured by Aniplex, and the producer is Wing. She is just so precious. At first I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get this one, but it started to grow on me more and more when I finally saw people posting pictures, like the details of the little bunnies and flowers on the base, and I think this is such a sweet Komodo look for her. The little flowingness. Like, everything is just so fantastic about this with the added little bunny details. Like, it's just too cute. And like, even this little hair clip has a bunny, and it's just precious. And at first I wasn't sure if I was gonna like her face, but I do. Like, I really think they did a good job on her face. She has cute little pink painted nails. Like, all the details about this are just so sweet. And I think they did such a good job of keeping like true to her character, but in like adding just like the perfect amount of details. Like, this is like a perfect kimono for her, and it's definitely one I think you should add to your collection if you are a big fan of Mai like I am. Like, she's just so sweet looking. This is probably like my second favorite figure of her with her face. My first is actually the like water gun one. I think they really nailed their face on that, and then her freeing bunny, which maybe one day I'll own her. But this face, they actually did a really good job, and I'm really glad I ended up just biting the bullet when I did. She is precious. Up next, this figure, I do not actually, I think I may have seen this character, but I do not remember. But she is also from Rascal Does Not Dream Bunny Girl Senpai, who is more in the movie with this one. And I have yet to see the movie, and I'm hoping eventually I can actually watch it because I love anything again with Bunny Girl Senpai. And this one is just such a big piece, and I feel like I'm gonna butcher the name, but looks like it's Shoko. I don't know if it's her sister or not, but It was so cute, and it was on the Yummy Yummy pre-owned section at a B condition again. And I just could not pass it up. Like, I'm not even a huge fan of wedding dress like characters, but they have been coming out with such cool ones, and I know this one is actually significant to the movie. And she just looks so sweet, so precious. There's like just subtle little glitter throughout the detail of the dress, and the base is huge. Like, I could do 2 hands to hold that whole thing. But her little heels look super cute. They have such sweet little bows and details on them. The little flowers are adorable. She was easy to put together, and she actually holds up on the space well. The only part that really removes is the flowers. And they look so cute. They slide in so well. The hair detail is just so precious with the little earrings. And I just love everything about this piece. It's precious, and again, I want anything from Bunny Girl Senpai. I did notice on her chest, I don't know if it's a paint thing or if she has like a scar, but there's something just sitting in there and I don't know what it is. But it's like, it's not super noticeable unless you're like glaring down. But she is just stunning, and I love the details of this dress. And it's like a cute little base. I actually like this like kind of light pink, kind of clearish base. Super precious, and again, there's just something really sweet about this piece, and I really like to pair her with my, I just think it looks so good. And I definitely want to get the My wedding dress version too to pair her with. So she's super cute, a 1/7 scale, and she is also manufactured by Aniplex and then produced by Wing. Alright, the next figure is actually one that I had on pre-order that happened to come in just in the nick of time, and it is this wonderful Roy Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist. Fun fact, I haven't fully finished Fullmetal Alchemist, but it was actually kind of one of like the first animes I was starting to get into. I just kind of forgot about it, but I do need to finish it. But I do love this character. He is a 1/8 scale from Kotobukiya or Art FXJ, kind of however they play that, but Kotobukiya is the manufacturer. I was just very, very drawn to this piece. I think they really did such a great job on his face, and I'm huge about how they do faces for characters. Like, that can make or break if I'm gonna pick one up. I also adored the base. Like, I love the kind of like nice little like detailed flames. And this part on the back, the details of it really sold me. Like, everything looks so good. The kind of tattered flag, it all looks so cool. I think they did such a good job bringing it to life. It looks so great. All his little details on his uniform and the gloves. Like, I'm a sucker for gloves. I don't know why. But you can also take off his jacket, which I think is such a cool little touch. And it just, every aspect looks so good. So if you want to kind of display more of this back part, taking off the jacket's a good call. But then it also looks like the jacket's just flowing so nicely. It's super easy to put back on. Like, look, nice and easy. I didn't even have to assemble it, which was fantastic. I just pulled them out like this. That was great. But yeah, I really love this piece. I think they did such a good job on his face and all the extra little details. I think this is such a good dynamic pose for him, but it's like simple enough that it's not annoying, which I think is perfect. So I love this figure. I picked this one over the chair one, and I'm pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So I'll give a heads up, the next section is going to be pretty much a ton of pretty boys. And I was waiting forever for them to all show up. They were all in like I did Surface Parcel from Solaris Japan. I can't remember which ones were pre-owned and if I got any at regular price. I genuinely can't remember. Got them all the way back in March, and I finally got them in sometimes late June. I'm like, that's why I pay the extra for shipping, and now EMS has come back for certain things, or Solaris is allowing like FedEx to do some things. So I'm just so impatient, and it stresses me out so bad. So first we're going to start with the nice little kind of water gun lineup of the boys. So I have 3 of them, and the first one is Ren. This is a 1/8 scale, and it is produced by Toy Works. I just think these are nice little spicy pieces. They come with a clear base, which I'm fine with, but there's just something spicy about it. I like this little anklet. I thought that was super cute, but I really do like a lot of the water gun like designs, and all the characters have like little kind of tattoos. Like I think it's a little shark. You can kind of see, you'll see probably better in the B-roll, but that's the other problem. This like gun piece does not want to stir, so we're just gonna take that out of his hand. But usually they're pretty easy. But they do such a good job with like the details of like the abs, and I'm like weirdly obsessed with like the wet clothes look. Like it looks so cool. But I think they did such a good job on his face, and like his teeth even kind of have like that like shark tooth kind of vibe that he has. But it just looks so good. I believe him, wait, I don't think of him, but a few of the other ones came with like a face plate change. But I don't know if he's did them. I don't remember it mentioning it. It was just kind of a weird setup. That's my one of my gripes with Solaris. But I love everything else about it. I think they did such a good job painting and adding details, like even the back muscle details and like the little like swim bottom underwears. Like oof, and they just did like, it's such like a subtle sexy pose, and I'm just here for it. Alright, next in the free boy like water gun lineup, I have a bit of a gripe with this one, and I need to email Solaris about this before I forget, because there's something off the base, and we'll discuss it more. But the next one, we have a 1A scale of Sosuke, a very highly sought after husbando. He is looking real fine. He has got some big feet. Okay, I'm not gonna make a comment. But this is just like everything you could want and more. And like the details down to the bottom parts, and his little tattoo on his hip that matches Rin's, and it is just everything you want and more. This nice little water gun pose, but his face isn't my favorite, and I kind of low-key feel like his head's a little small for his body, but you know, minor things. I'm just excited to have one of his figures, because it's hard to get the other figure of him. Maybe one day. But I want him to match Rin, and I just think he looks so cool. Besides the fact that he came without the peg parts of the base. How does that happen? So I had to make one out of a Q-tip. But I just am like, how do they not have the peg parts in there? I don't even remember it saying anything about that, so that's something I have to look into. But other than that, like, my man's got details, and he just looks so fine. So I guess I can't complain too much. Up next in the free boy water gun, we have one of my personal husbandos. We have Makoto and his beautiful 1/8 scale, again made by Toru Works. It's crazy the details that they did for the feet, and how like everyone's feet looks different. Like, it's a wild one. But I am obsessed with this piece because I mean did they do a nice job, a nice choice of a pose for him. I mean, even like he has like veins into his hands and arms, and I am like, nice touch. I do think the face is a little weird on some of them, but it's not bad. His tattoo's in a nice little interesting place, and I also very much enjoy the like more white wet t-shirt vibe. I think it looks so nice. But they nailed the body. I mean, at least they put some detail and a sculpt in that. I don't think the face is bad though, but you kind of get distracted by everything else. And they all look so good together. I can't wait to eventually get a Haru. I think it's gonna look amazing. But man, like even like this little detail of these veins, and like I feel like they did such a good job with the poses for the boys. I'm just like, chef's kiss. Don't regret anything. Alright, to continue on the Free Boy collection, kind of going more into their like swim uniforms and the more normal vibe. So we will start with a beautiful Haru. I love the bases. I love like a nice little simple base, honestly. And their skin, like at least this skin is super like soft. But I think they do such a great job of adding the perfect amount of details to them. Like the little jacket just floating. I think they did such a good job with the poses of all the characters. And you can kind of see one back here on that side and the way. But there's a nice little sneak peek. Even like this zipper feels real. It's violent. I think they did such a good job of hitting like the right poses for the characters. Then I like even like the faces. Like these are actually my favorite faces of the characters. I think Alter hit such a good, like they did such a good job on it. I think they did such a good job on their little swimsuits, and I love the little goggles that they include. I think it's cool that because I have put it in both like some of their hands, but you can put it around their neck. Nice little details, and again they kill like the muscular details of them, like excellent. Next we have Makoto, my husband, and we gave him like a little green details. They put their name on it. Again, such a good pose for him. Everything about my boy is just on point. They detail the feet so much, it's so wild to me. But I think again the faces look the best on these ones. And I love the little jacket just like flowing. It looks such a good job with like even little wrinkle details to it. I mean, they're swimmers. But I love every little detail. I mean, come on. There's not much to hate about this. If you like pretty boys, there's not much to hate. Next we have Ri. I mean, come on, they really just nailed like the poses for them. He has such a great like detail, like shading throughout his hair. Like they did such a good job with like the blue-black combo. Like I literally cannot get over the poses and the faces. To me, these pieces are 100% worth it if you're into Free at all, or just even into pretty boys, because I mean they put so much nice little details to it, and they just look awesome and precious, and I love their goggles and I love everything about them. Lastly, I didn't get him during the month of June, but I got him earlier on, and I just felt it was wrong to not include him with the rest of the boys. And then we have Rin, looking real fine. They did such a good job, like even with like the leg, like muscle build and everything for all the characters. The feet again are so wildly accurate, and like they just sculpted it perfectly. I've actually put his goggles in his hand, and I thought that looked really sick, but again, you can put it on their neck. He's a little more difficult to pose because he kind of has to be like turned just right so you can see his face. But again, making the jackets look like they're moving. It's such a beautiful little detail, and I am obsessed. Alright, next up we have another pre-owned bunny. My goal apparently is just to collect all the bunnies, even if I haven't seen their source content. But this one is from To Lavru Darkness. I don't know if I said that right. But her name is Sairinji Haruna, hopefully. We have a beautiful little 1/4 bunny style girl by Frame. I was just so drawn to her because I love it when they're kind of like, I don't know, there's something about this pose to me that I just was obsessed with. And I thought she looked super cute because I have now 2 standing and then 2 kind of like kneeling, sitting ones. And she just looked too precious to pass up. I couldn't say no. Her blushing face is adorable. I love her short purple hair, and I'm like a sucker for these like little hair clips. And then these little, her pose is so cute. This looks like it's cast off, but it's not, and I kind of love that. And I just think they did such a good job with every little sculpt for her. This pose is just absolutely precious, and she just looks so sweet. She might not be sweet, I don't know, but she just looks adorable. To me, Freeing really really knows their market and what they're doing. I love this. I think it's just so precious. Oh, look at her, she's so sweet. I mean, come on. Come on, look at that. That's so cute. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know how much more to gush about a bunny figure, but then again, they have the nice real tights. And this pose is just absolutely precious. I love this like white bunny suit on her. I think it works out really well. And I like the more pointed bunny ears as opposed to like kind of like the ones that are like hanging. I don't know, this is just super cute. This pose just really won me over. And like she's kind of like smaller, which I wasn't expecting, but it's kind of a nice surprise. So I'm a big fan. Look at that, it's so cute. She can just sit in your hand. Up next, another one that was also trapped in Soda's parcel prism, I guess, is none other than my beautiful, beautiful waifu, my very overpriced waifu, Kaguya, in her adorable little cat pose. She is a 1/7 scale by Aniplex, and Revolve is also the producer. They did such a good job on her. Like, I like that they kept very true to like her body type. I think she looks absolutely precious, and she looks so good next to Chica. And we got kind of more of that plain base, but what can you do? But I think they just really nailed her face, and I will get any Kaguya figure I can, especially scale, because they just don't make any, and it's a big disappointment. But they did such a good job with her little hair clip, or her little hair tie and her little hair. It's so precious, and I think this is such a perfect facial expression for her. I can definitely see her making it, and like, they just really nailed it. Like, the little ears are perfect. My wife is perfect. But they look so cute together. Even like the little detailing into the sleeves. Just amazing. She is very, pricey. I got her on Solaris. But I just couldn't say no. I think they did such a good job with her, and again, I'll attack any scale of her that I can get. Can't wait for her bunny one to come out, because she's gonna look so good next to Chica. Okay, again, we have another figure that I do not know the source material of, but I just thought he looked so cool. And I love any characters with white hair or face plate changes or anything like that. And I got him from somebody on my figure collection that I frequently bought from for quite a while. And his name is Hyjin. I do not even know how to say the name of what he's from, if it's a game or an anime, but I again will put all the information on the screen. And he is from, he was produced by Kotobukiya, a 1/8 scale, also an Art FXJ piece, but here I have him. He usually comes with purple hair, but I'm a sucker for white haired anime boys, especially when they got red eyes, like, I don't know. But this base piece was so cool. Like, that's amazing looking. Oh my god, his leg. You see the leg up here vibing, like, come on. Them details. Like, even like this, like, looks such like realistic rope for his shoes. And I love, there's something about this, like these swordsmen. Like, I'm just like, yes, he's got 2 swords. He is just straight up flexing. But this white hair, and has like such a cute little like gradient, like kind of gray detail down to it. That face looks so good, so good. And I just love when it looks like ribbons and stuff are flowing off, like, and when the jacket's flowing, like, it just looks so cool. And this like sword is like intense as heck, but I love every piece about this. Like, it just looks so good. They did such a good job. Like come on. You can't, like, you tell me you're not swooned by this beautiful boy. You don't even have to know his material to be swooned. I mean, come on. And this base is just absolutely insane. Like, that's amazing. I think it's so cool. I love it. So for these next characters, I just have to say, bunny boy supremacy. We deserve more bunny boys. And we also deserve more bunny boys that are not just from BLs. I am personally also, I'm a big fan of BLs. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy reading a lot of them. and I enjoyed watching this anime and everything, and I think it's great. It's a great start, but we definitely deserve more from that. Like, I get probably why they do it. It's probably easier to get kind of more sexy poses and stuff from BLs, but we deserve more. Come on, Frame. Like, there is a market out there, and you know it. Snatch it up. And also, it's kind of a shame that they only do 1/8 scales, but I digress. The first one we actually have is Junta from I'm Being Harassed by the Sexiest Man of the Year. God, it's such a good piece. The details, the glove bite, the piercings, the coloring. They did that face justice, like the rings, the muscles, the flowingness. Like, I mean, come on, this piece, this is what's going on. I don't know why, but it's like, why do I feel like this? Like, I don't know why. And I don't, it's just too good. Like, even his hair, like, they did such a good job on his hair. I don't mind, like, the kind of more plain brown bases for the boy figures, but I can't get over it. Like, they do such a good job. They are missing such a good market. I would be buying so much. Like, they just nailed this piece, and they made it, like, just the right amount of, like, spicy, and I cannot get over it. When I first got it, I could not stop staring at it. Like, this is perfect. It looks so good. Come on, Frank, come on. We need more. And to kind of follow that same line, and one that I almost didn't get is Kaneko. I think I said that right. Our other boy from I'm Being Harassed by the Sexiest Man of the Year. The more I look at this figure, the more I love it. I think they did such a good job to add just the right amount of flair to it. And at first I actually almost didn't get this piece because I hated his face in the prototypes. I hated it. I didn't think they did justice. I'm so glad I ended up doing it because his face looks so much better in person. I think it actually fits the character better. He's got like cute little nail polish. He has his ring on too. Like, you can see kind of like, I think it's like the little headband, or I don't know if they like push just like his hair back and put these little details in it, but his face looks so good in person. So do not let the pictures deceive you, like the promo, because I don't think they did a good job on taking his pictures, but when you actually get him, it's just so good. I think they added just the right amount of flair to him, because he is definitely more of like the spicy not really flamboyant, but more spicy one in the group, or of the two. So I think they did such a good job with this like little like kind of feather boa detail, the jewelry, and like they did such a good job like for his kind of like shape or muscular shape. They did a perfect job. Like, I'm so glad I ended up buying the bullet, because I think you have to have them together. I mean, come on, they look so good together. And like the color matching is just phenomenal. I love that Junta has like the little black ponytail, while our boy Tanaka has a white one. Like, they did such a good job. Definitely get them both if you can. I think it's just like it's hard to get them as is, but if you can, get them both. For this next piece, we have one that I think they just nailed. They just completely knock it out of the park, completely nail the bases and like face and everything for this character. And this piece is the beautiful 1/7 scale card captor Sakura, Hello Brand New World by Good Smile Company. My goodness. They still had her in stock, I think on Ami Ami or something, and I just couldn't pass it up. This is beautiful. Like, they make works of art for her pieces. It down to even just like the little base part that kind of looks like a moon. Amazing. This card piece, phenomenal. These little petals, the details going up, the little kind of flare under her dress. Like, I mean, everything looks so good. I love the kind of like translucent-y bit they have for her wings, and then also these little jewel pieces. Those are like one of the only things I really had to snap in because she kind of came pre-together. I should put that in, and then her little kind of wand thing. But they do such a good job on her face and every little detail, down to like the back. Like, oh my god. Like, I honestly haven't even watched this series yet, but these pieces are just too insanely beautiful to pass up. I know this is inspired by one of, I think it's like either the opening or the ending clothes, like her outfit, but it's just so good. Like, they do not miss at all with this. Every little detail, down to even like the wing pieces. Like, there's like, you keep looking at it, you find something new. And that's what I think is just so insane. I'm obsessed with the card piece. Like, even add like, and it looks so cute, like this little piece to like kind of hold the bottom to kind of help add some balance. It's just perfect. There's everything's just perfect about this. Like, if you can get this, I 100% would. Even if you're not a fan, if you just even like how it looks, I would say snatch it up. It's just so cool. I'm obsessed, and I'll definitely be getting more of her pieces as they come out, especially the one that they just announced not long ago. I'll definitely be pre-ordering that. I think I can't remember if it's already out or not, but I'm definitely gonna get it. One of my last scale figures that I have to show you guys is quite spicy and questionable. But I saw her on the Ami pre-owned section, and I just couldn't say no. She is an older scale figure, and she's by a company that I honestly don't even know anything about. But she is Karami? Is that how you say it? From Bible Black. She is a 1/6 scale, and she's by it's like Daiki. I have never even heard of that company, but she is a full-blown cast-off, comes completely exposed piece, and she comes with some interesting accessories, and we'll leave it at that, and I will not be showing you guys at all. I'd like to be monetized one day, but I have the silver version, and something in me just couldn't pass it up. Like, I'm a green-eyed brunette, so a fellow green-eyed brunette, I felt like it was only right for her to be the first one of this collection. This piece actually cast off down here, and it's quite detailed. And since, again, I'm not trying to expose everything, I just put these little sticky note things on her bits and pieces because she's just always exposed there. But I just thought this was such a cool piece, and like, dang, culture. I just think anything culture from Bible Black is a nice little addition to anyone's collection. But for being kind of an older piece, I think it was like made in like 2000 or 2001, she is in really good condition. Like, she doesn't feel like tacky or anything. She sits in the base super nicely, and the sculpt really is nice, like not bad at all. She got this nice little ponytail. Her head is a little looser, but that's because you can also take it off, and she comes with a faceplate change. That's face is a little questionable, so I don't see myself changing it out anytime soon. But she is also, like, they did such a good job of like adding detail to even like making it look like she's actually hitting some cake. Like, it is just such a cool piece. So I know there's different color versions, and I want well, that's all they had was a silver, and personally I like it. I think that's how I will collect them. I think I'll stick with the silver and just kind of collect them all that way. But I mean, this one's for you, cultured people. This one's for you. Lastly, I just want to talk about this Nendroid that I got. She's randomly back in stock, and you know how my love is warm. So we have our little cute Chica Nendroid. I did not hear good things about her, but I still went for it anyways. And I'm gonna say, yeah, she's definitely not the greatest Nendroid. I don't regret it, but I'm kind of like, I feel like she's kind of lackluster. I cannot get her to stay on her base at all. I don't know why. but that's why she's just sitting like this, and I wanted to display her with like the cute little like detail pieces that it comes with, but I cannot get her to go on her base. So I have her doing a little gun pose, and you take off her little hat, but she really does not look that good, to be honest. She's still cute. I'm still gonna just have her kind of like vibe on display, like just kind of lean against something. But I will say this is kind of a disappointing Nendoroid, especially with how much I love Chica, I love is War, and I don't know if I'll end up getting the other ones just because I'm pretty disappointed with this, and I think I'd rather just save that like $50–60 and get a scale at the end of the day. Like, it's okay. I'm not a huge Nendoroid person anyways, but I was like, oh yeah, she's back in stock, why not? Now I'm kind of like, eh. So yeah, she's not as good as you would want her to be. So I would definitely listen to the reviews and maybe skip out on her, but she's still cute. So if you're a big fan of Love is War, definitely think she's worth picking up just for that. But I just don't know why I can't get her to sit on her display or anything. Like, it refuses to stay into her back piece. So I don't know what's going on with that. So if anybody has tips for that, let me know down below. If you love hot tatted anime husbandos, then I have an artist for you. I happen to find this artist on TikTok. I will put their name up there. I'm pretty sure it's Expressions by Heidi, but I could be wrong on my enunciation or pronunciation of that, so sorry. But just look at these beautiful men. If you want to simp for the most gorgeous husbands, this is your chance. Go get them. Alright guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys liked the kind of collection that I have for the month of June. I'm very happy with this month, and next month is going to be even crazier. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to have even more bunny girls. I can't stop. It's a problem. But there's some really cool pieces that are coming out next month, and I cannot wait to show you guys, and I can't wait to get them and talk about them. So let me know if you have any of these figures or which ones you like down below. Also let me know if you guys liked me just unboxing them and then just showing you guys, or if you want me to unbox, because I just don't know which one is better. But let me know what you guys prefer. Do you like seeing them unboxed, or do you like me just having them ready and then discussing them? So I'm down to do either. I don't know which one to do. But alright, that is all I have for you guys, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more figure, manga, anime, all that kind of fun stuff content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.